Hi, I'm Gareth Marlowe. This is one of a set of videos about the reasons why ScaleUps growth can stall. And today's reason is that the wind stops blowing. So an inspiration for this post, I shot a couple of videos when I was on my recent trip to Boston. The first was at Heathrow Airport when I was heading for the gate and I got onto the moving walkway. Now, I love going on moving walkways because it makes me feel, and this is going to show my age, like the Bionic Man. You know, you're sort of moving quite slowly on the moving walkway, but then you look alongside and you're absolutely shooting along. The second thing was a few days later when I was on my trip out to Cape Cod, and I was walking across a causeway across the bay from Provincetown. What was interesting about this causeway was that you could see the tide actually coming in, because on one side of it the general swell was rising and the level of the sea was rising, but you can't normally perceive that. But because this causeway formed this kind of porous barrier, you could see the water coming through the causeway and then just appearing out the other side as this constant stream that sort of, you know, so you could actually see the water rising steadily and flowing through. And as a consequence of that, at the time that I was there, this gull came and landed next to the stream and sat there obviously looking for shellfish or fish to snatch out of the stream. So what has this got to do with a scale-up growth and why a ScaleUps growth can stall? Well, our businesses are affected by forces like the tide coming in, forces like being on a moving walkway, and often we don't appreciate it. We don't understand that that's what's going on. So it might be that we've just turned up at the right place at the right time. Let's say to build some products to help support a new platform. And things are going really well and we're growing rapidly and you know, we're having some success. But if the underlying growth rate of that platform that we are serving slows down, if the nature of the people who are now coming along and joining them is changing and they're maybe not looking for the kinds of solutions that we offer, then the forces, the winds that are blowing our business can ebb away, and that can cause our growth to slow. So we will reach the end of the moving walkway, or the tide has come in and the water is no longer flowing. And if this may be the case with your business, the best way of checking is you're looking at those other elements in your wider ecosystem that you're supporting, that platform, the rest of the supply chain. Look at the underlying rates of growth of those platforms and look at the extent to which new people are coming and moving towards them. Because if that growth rate changes, it's likely that it's going to have a very significant effect on the growth rate of your own business. And if indeed that has slowed down to a trickle, it's inevitable that that's going to cause your business's growth rate to also slow down very significantly. Now, if that is the case, then you're into fairly classic strategic territory here. We either develop a new product or a new offer to take to our existing customers. So we're the bird and we're going to sit there with a net as well as our beak. Or we're going to go off and take our existing offer to some new customers to a different market. So this is, we are the bird and we've flown off and we've found a different bit of the causeway that's still above the waterline where the water is flowing through. So we're looking for new vectors of growth, either with new people or taking new things to our existing people. And that's really how to unlock it. But yeah, the trick is realizing that this is actually happening in the first place, because it might not be obvious to you. Benchmarking yourself against your wider ecosystem, and if your growth rate has slowed down in response to a slowdown of that kind of underlying growth rate, then you're going to have to do new, novel and different things to reinvigorate that growth within your existing business. That's it for now. I'm Gareth and I will see you on the next video.